maybe just a www, maybe something that just gets get the main points, get out of there. I've even seen auctioneers that are really cool. They put a big image, like a 2 column by 3 inch or a 1 column by 3. They put a big image, what it is, there's more like this, auction, here's our website, go. Again, if they're not going to pick that up, now you do want to make sure it's big enough that it gets noticed. And look at the auction page beforehand. Sometimes the other auctions, and I actually recommend not advertising in the auction section in a lot of markets. I go to where the asset would be advertised outside of an auction. So sometimes it's in the same category. Sometimes real estate and auction are right next to each other. Sometimes auto and auction are right next to each other. But I like to put the ad over under the asset category, and then in the auction section, put like a line ad or something and say see full ad over in the other. So use small teaser ads in print and online. Why I say online, why you don't give up on one of the reasons you don't give up on newsprint is because a lot of these newspapers are still getting hundreds of thousands of hits online. And a lot of their ads, they guarantee that they'll put online for you. It's like part of the package deal. So it's worth it not so much for the print audience, but it's worth it for the online audience. What I tend to recommend for the display ads is that you put them in asset-based publications first. So put it in your Machinery Trader or whatever, asset publication, your Antique Week or whatever, or your Real Estate Guide, whatever. Because that's where people are going to search for that particular asset. In the paper, you're hoping they search for that. If they're looking to the Real Estate Guide, they're buying real estate. So if I do spend money on bigger ads, I do it in asset-based publications or even some of the auction publications before I do it in like the regular classified. One of my auctioneers, he likes to put all of his ads in the business section because when he's selling commercial properties, like some of these people may not actually be in the market yet, but if you hit them with it there, it's a different strategy. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but don't get stuck with putting it in the auction section. It may be, the auction section may be, so do testing. How many of you are familiar with the statewide classified networks? For like $300, you can put an ad in every paper in your state, at least every daily or weekly. It's a great deal. Some states are more than others, obviously. New York State and a couple other states, they actually break it down. You can get just the dailies, which tend to be the bigger cities, or just the weeklies, which tend to be smaller, and then they have a package for all of them. You can do line ads. You can do 2x2s and 2x4s, and they're flat price, and it goes to every newspaper in the state, including your local one. The drawback to this is there's no guarantee what section they'll put it in. They might put it in the statewide section, right? And you're in there with the Viagra ads, and you want to be a trucker for this company. So you don't know. But a lot of the newspapers are really reliable with that.